toss. They will defer down to the sidelines and Danny Sarek.
A change from last week. Key starters won't play tonight, with the exception of some faces on defense, in part because this new coaching staff still needs to see what they have out of some position groups. And for others, players like cornerback Sean Murphy-Bunting, outside linebacker B.J. Ojolari, they missed majority or most of all last season, so they're still getting their legs out from underneath them. We will see for the first time in the preseason games starting defensive lineman Dante Stills. And a quick injury update for you guys. Punter Blake Gillikin is questionable tonight with a groin injury.
All right, thank you, Danny. Yeah, Blake Gillikin lost some of his season a year ago to injury. Chad Ryland is our kicker. And the Cardinals will start by kicking away to the Dallas Cowboys. They're coming off a season opening win in August at Seattle. And now we'll take the opening kick straight up and a big hit. Carson Shire. Jack stomps the return man around the 20-yard line. You talk about a game-opening statement, Sam Acho.
2 weeks in a row. How do you make a statement and show the coaching staff that you belong? You do it on special teams. Remember, we saw Terrell Davis do this back in his Denver Broncos days as a rookie. He made his mark on special teams.
Phil Maffa, wow, he took a shot. A 6th-round rookie, also your middle linebacker, a special team standout. And Joe Milton, the Cowboys quarterback, here comes a blitz, picked up, pass away to the near sideline, sails over the receiver. But from the get-go, looks like Nick Rollis might dial it up a little more tonight.
Well, I love the idea of bringing pressure early because it does set a tone. It lets the players on the field know that we're not just out here to be comfortable. We're out here to win, but also to let you show your skills, one-on-one versus running back, one-on-one in coverage, etc.
Right, Dak Prescott not playing tonight, 4-time Pro Bowler. Jacoby Brissett sitting out as well. 2nd down and 10. Milton to the near sideline. Caught on Denzel Burke in coverage. One of the big position battles. Let's go through the defensive starters. Denzel Burke, Max Melton, Cody Simon, Dadrian Taylor Demerson, otherwise known as Rabbit. The Polaris Group is bringing our defensive starters, a trusted service provider and proud partner of the Arizona Cardinals. All right, the running back is Malik Davis. And straight up the gut. Joe Milton on the keeper right there.
It'll be interesting to see, and yes, this is the preseason, but offensive coordinators and defensive coaches, they have their tendencies. Ryan Schottenheimer, usually on earned first downs, coaches have different tendencies. You don't want to show them in the preseason, but you do get a feel for what to expect.
And the keeper to pick up the first down turn, give, and taken down near the line of scrimmage after a gain of 2 is Malik Davis again. Look, if there's one thing the Cardinals can stress on defense, there's always getting after the quarterback, Sam Acho, but run defense. We're going to open with Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers. You have a Seahawks team. You have the 49ers. 2nd down and 8 to the air. Milton far sideline, and it is caught and taken down a few yards shy after a gain of 5. Sean Murphy-Bunting in coverage on the far sideline.
Well, the best way to be good on run defense is to be good early in the downs. When you're in these 3rd and 1 to 2 situations, it makes it very difficult. We saw the last 3rd down, it was a quarterback sneak. That was the 3rd and 1. Another 3rd and 1 makes it hard to stop the run. And so you have to be stronger early in downs. 1st and 2nd down makes it easier for you as a run defender.
3rd down and 2. Milton from under center. Man in his face, throws on the run wide open. He's got the tight end on the far side. He's into Cardinals territory. And then some Luke Schoonmaker down the field for a gain of 18.
One thing that I've noticed defensively is the Cardinals tend to struggle covering things to the flat. Well, it's 3rd and 1. You're thinking run, right? So you're trying to get the quarterback where there's a flat defender that's not there.
Number 61 is reported as eligible. 61 eligible.
So you see the missed assignment, bad eyes by the defense. 3rd and short puts you in that situation. 3rd and long is usually obvious pass. 3rd and 1 to 2 could be different opportunities.
61 is the backup right tackle, Sebastian Gutierrez. First down and 10 from the Cardinals 40, just underway. And the give, Davis hammers the hole, and man, he plows forward through a Cardinals defender, Carson Shire, as the Cowboys return the favor when it comes to physicality, a gain of 6.
I did notice, though, a nice edge by B.J. Ojulari, number 9. He's the edge player. He's trying to tighten that edge. See Darius Robinson on the inside. See that edge get tight? Carson Shire, you got to know, you got to bring your feet. This isn't college anymore. These running backs are coming with their pads behind them, so you can't sit down in the hole. You have to bring your feet and run through it.
Second down and 4. Davis in there, 5'10", 200, year 3 out of Florida. And he'll get it again. Nice hole for the Cowboys. Next level, down near the 20-yard line. And a gain of 14 by Dallas. They got the run game in gear.
Paul, you talked about stopping the run. That starts on the inside. You cannot run around blocks, right? We see number 56, Darius Robinson, try to slip around the block. You cannot do that, especially early in downs. You have to stay tight, stay locked in, because otherwise those gaps get too big for your linebackers.
Cowboys on the ground again. Malik Davis cutting back up through the A-gap. Inside the 20. Rabbit comes up with a big stick. Ojulari over in the vicinity. See if the Cardinals defense can stiffen up. A gain of 4, make it second down and 6.
You know, we live in a pass-happy league, right? Everybody wants to go get a sack and sack the quarterback. Well, how do you do that? Stop the run first, and you get an obvious passing situation. Right now, so far this preseason, defensively, a little bit too much of jumping around blocks.
And of course, the OC is Clayton Adams, the former Cardinals O-line coach and run game coordinator, known for his innovative run schemes. Second down and 6, Milton out of the gun. This time, the give is to Jaden Blue. Trips up near the line of scrimmage, falls forward. It'll be 3rd and short.
Last 3rd and short, we saw there was a bootleg opportunity. So you have to be smart on defense. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 situation. With the way this drive has gone so far, so got to be great against the run and then still be tight in coverage down in the red zone.
And Clayton Adams, the former run game coordinator of the Cardinals. He's the OC. Brian Schottenheimer, the head coach, is the play caller. On the ground, Blue, he trips again and falls near the point of attack. Near the first down marker. Gain of 2. And it looks like it'll be 4th down and 1.
Yeah, the offense staying on the field. For a defense, this is where you can shut it down. This is a 7-point potential swing. You get a 4th down stop. No matter how much bleeding has happened earlier in this drive, this is when you get an opportunity to bow up.
They check Malik Davis back into the game. Milton under center. Play fake, throw into the flat, through the hands of the tight end. Incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs. Zach Kuntz can't corral it, and the Cardinals will take over. We'll see Gardner Minshew and company when we come back. All right, it's time now for our keys to the game, sponsored by Whataburger. Our keys to the game, Cardinals and Cowboys. All right, Sam, take over.
We got to start fast. That first key is get a lead. That's that efficiency that we talked about. We saw the defense stop. The offense have an efficient drive. The reason why is because the Cowboys have one of the better pass rushes in the NFL. Even though Von Miller's not playing, Rashawn Gary's not playing, some of the 2s and 3s can get after the quarterback. And so if you get a lead, you don't have to worry about that pass rush. But if you don't, you got to stop the Cowboys front foot.
Minshew out of the gun. Flanked by Corey Kiner to the air on first down, and he's going to air it out near sideline. Flag flies, intended for Reggie Virgil. There's Minshew, aggressive from the get.
Intended for Virgil, penalty marker no.
Of course, the Cardinals taking over after that 12-play, 66-yard drive by the Cowboys stalled to open the game. The incompletion on 4th down. Our referee is John Hussey.
Illegal contact. Defense number 28. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
Let's go downstairs and Danny Surek.
It's time now for our sideline report, sponsored by Fry's Food Stores. Despite going into his 8th season, this coaching staff still has an evaluation process on what they want to see from backup quarterback Gardner Minshew. They want to see for a 2nd straight week command in the huddle, clean operation, good timing with his footwork, and making the right, accurate decisions on multiple reads, which they were pleased with last week.
Smith Marset in motion and a give off the right side. Cardinals keep it on the ground, and another flag flies, this from the back judge after a short Cardinals game by Kiner.
Holding. Offense number 47. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That would be the tight end, Tegan Quitoriano.
Correction, half the distance to the goal.
I love the example that Danny just gave, that even 8-year veterans are being evaluated in the preseason. It doesn't matter if you're a rookie, a second-year player, year 15. Every opportunity you get to show what you can do is an audition. This is your tape.
Cardinals come out with a bunch set to the left. Minshew under center. And the give, Kiner wrapped up and thrown down in the backfield. And immediate penetration there by Jayshon Barham for a TFL loss of 2.
Talk about that world-class operation, world-class play style. Going backwards is not it. You see Josh Fryer playing right tackle, get beat early. Too quick of an inside step.
Here's Minshew to the air right away. Smith Marset trying to make a man miss. Nothing doing, wrapped up and dropped near the 10. Of course, Christian Parker is a defensive coordinator, age 34, and he's the 3rd defensive coordinator for the Cowboys in 3 years after Mike Zimmer and Matt Eberflus were both one and done.
Yeah, Cowboys had one of the worst defenses in the NFL last year. Christian Parker, this defensive backs guru, young guy, 34 years old, was brought in to fix it.
All right, so Minshew on 3rd and 17. Movement up front. Get a whistle and a flag.
Encroachment. Correction. Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 41. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's James Houston. Christian Parker, the defensive coordinator, past 7 years, DB's coach. And most recently, the Philly pass game coordinator. Disciple of Vic Fangio. As Corey Kiner is the running back, flanking Minshew now 3rd and 12. Protection, throw, downfield, picked off, receiver fell down, and going on their way, Dallas with an interception out of bounds near the 10-yard line. And the Cowboys, one of the standouts of camp so far, Savone Revel, he makes a play with a takeaway.
Yeah, he's been the talk of the town for the Dallas Cowboys. Came out of Eastern Kentucky. He's so talented, had some injuries coming out of high school. But you see the pressure in the pocket, Fehoko slips. But this defense is a turnover-heavy defense. Christian Parker wants to rush with 4, play coverage on the back end, and then finish. That's an outstanding job by Revel.
You saw Simi lose his balance right there and his footing. And the first interception thrown by a Cardinals quarterback in the preseason. As we talked about to begin the broadcast, Cardinals came into this game 50 of 59 as a quarterback room. 5 touchdowns, no picks, make it 5 and 1 interception. Milton give to Davis, looking for room to run, surges forward inside the 10.
If I'm Coach Mike LaFleur right now, I'm very upset. And not just because of a turnover, but because of the going backwards, the penalties, the negative plays. It was very clear he wants us to be world class. I don't care if it's preseason or postseason, playoffs or not. And so far, Cardinals have been sluggish out of the gate.
Yeah, there's one thing that'll trigger the first-year head coach, the 39-year-old. It's pre-snap penalties. Milton to the air, look into the end zone, throwing back corner, incomplete. Receiver was out of bounds. And battling with Denzel Burke.
A game within the game, right? I understand there's interceptions, but now we're looking at these one-on-one matchups. Denzel Burke, Max Melton, are they going to be able to make plays, interceptions? Are they going to give up touchdowns, miss tackles? That's the other thing you watch, not just the score of the game, but the game within the game, one-on-ones.
3rd down and 6. Cowboys looking to cash in the interception. Pressure, stepping up, Milton buying time, pumps, throws, got a man, Davis inside the 5 and into the end zone. Cowboys cap it with a touchdown toss. Davis out of the backfield for the 8-yard score.
So two things have to happen. I understand you're trying to get a sack, but you also want to win. Elliott Brown, number 41, he tries to win too early. When you're in the red zone, it has to be more of this idea of a crush rush. Everyone rushing at one, more of a bull rush mentality. And then number 43, Carson Shire, takes his eyes off of his work, his eyes off of his man. He's looking in the backfield, and he gets beat.
Brandon Aubrey on there, Cowboys highly paid kicker. It is up, and it is good. And the Cowboys strike first. 3 plays, 12 yards after the takeaway for us. All right, let's take a look at our Fight for 53, sponsored by Desert Financial Credit Union. You see a few of the receivers right there fighting for jobs here in preseason game number 3, Sam.
I've been most excited about Reggie Virgil as far as players on this list. The rookie out of Texas Tech from Apopka, Florida. Super talented. Week 1, 5 catches, 66 yards. But Xavier Weaver has another opportunity to get on the field. He was injured last week, so he has to be able to show what he can do this year. Devin Duvernay brought in as a return specialist. You feel like his spot is more solidified as a returner. But every chance you get to be able to separate yourself, special teams, catches, tackles, even on kickoff and punt, that's what we want to do.
Aubrey, the kickoff. Anthony Jalen Brooks inside the numbers and across the 25, falls forward near the 30. Look, Jalen Brooks has been the Cardinals' leading receiver in each of the first 2 preseason games. And just in talking with the coaches, Sam, I'd be shocked if he did not make this final 53.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. Yeah, Jalen Brooks actually drafted by the Cowboys, so playing against his former team. You can tell there's a little bit extra juice in his game right now, but he's been so good. But so have all the receivers who have played. They've been extremely efficient.
He told the media this week that he has the confidence to go into any wide receiver room in the league and make the final roster. Quick throw of Aldo Fairweather out near the 35-yard line. And think about it. Think of some of the receivers he's played with between the Cowboys and the Cardinals. Michael Gallups and CeeDee Lambs and George Pickens. And now he comes over with Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride. So he knows if he can compete with those guys, he's got a spot in this league.
Yeah, he's not guessing. He's not trying to figure it out. He's not a rookie trying to find his way. He's played in this league for many years, so he knows what it takes.
Identify, Brooks in motion, keep it on the ground. Kiner looking, cuts back, tries to spin out of the tackle. Instead, he is dropped after a short gain. All right, let's cue up our rookie spotlight, sponsored by Hyundai, proud partner of the Arizona Cardinals. Jeremiah Love, 14 touches last week, Sam, both at ground and through the air. And man, he did not disappoint.
Everything that you wanted and more. The competitive excellence, the competitive piece, or what I call it. He doesn't look like he's stressing at all. He's just patient, powerful. Obviously, he's dealing with an ankle injury now, but when the season starts, this guy's going to be a problem. It's going to be hard to solve.
Right, 3rd down and 4. Minshew out of the gun, throwing far sideline, and sails over the intended receiver. A lot of contact on that far sideline. No flag.
This is going to be the Cardinals' toughest test. Dallas, they're bringing pressure. You see right there on the inside, Jalen Brooks getting his opportunity out of the slot. That pressure forced that ball to be thrown out a little bit quicker. So as an offensive line and really a receiver, this is going to be a tough test for Dallas. Christian Parker's doing a really good job so far. Excuse me, for Arizona.
All right, here comes the Cardinals punt. Jonathan Mingo is a deep return man, and Chad Ryland is actually taking over the punter duties. Here, Danny Sarek give an injury update pregame on Blake Gillikin. Turns out the emergency punter is the kicker, Chad Ryland. 7-0 Dallas. All right, here's our rookie spotlight, sponsored by Hyundai, proud partner of the Arizona Cardinals. 6th-rounder out of Iowa, Carson Shire. Kaboom!
He's made splash plays week in and week out on special teams, and best believe special teams coordinators are watching. This is clinic tape. Not just in Arizona. The teams around the league are going to show this tape and say, this is how you're supposed to play on kickoff. So Shire's done a great job on solidifying his spot on the team. And you see Evan Hull right there, running back, going to get his chance. But just he's doing a great job of showing what it takes to play on special teams.
He's been seek and destroy. Of course, over 1,000 snaps on special teams for Iowa. Hurdling a defender is Jaden Bloom, looking to push the pile across the 35. Pass for a gain of 11. It will be a first down run by Blue. 5'9", 198. Round 5 last year out of Texas. Carson Shire, he had one season, you see him right there, as the starting Mike backer for Iowa. Was last year his senior year. Really productive, but very experienced on special teams. As again, they keep it on the ground. Echo Leota, there he is in the backfield at TFL, coming off the edge with force.
Those are some of my favorite plays. Those are a little bit delayed, right? They're going to be almost like this counter action. They're not expecting the backside edge player to rush so quickly. So you're going to see this little bit of patience at fullbacks there. Left tackle's not able to block him in time. Echo Leota, a free tackle for loss.
All right, that'll make it second down and 13. Cowboys and Joe Milton behind the sticks. Out of the gun, rifles down the middle. Incomplete, a big hit. Absorbed and a flag flies. It's Zach Kuntz, the tight end. And shaken up appears to be Rabbit Taylor Demerson. You talk about seek and destroy. That is the style of football that Rabbit plays.
Fearless.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 42. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic, first down.
All right, so it gets worse for Rabbit. Kuntz, 6'8", 250. He came in. I mean, Sam, a shoulder into the strike zone, below the head and shoulders. Is it because they consider him a defenseless receiver?
I don't like that call at all. What do you want a safety to do? The receiver's running across the middle. You're hitting him in his midsection. You're not leading with the helmet or the crown, the crown of the helmet, using your shoulder. So that's what makes it harder to play on defense.
All right, hoping for the best for Rabbit. He is down. We'll take a break. Come back to State Farm Stadium. All right, Lumify is proud to be the official cybersecurity partner of the Arizona Cardinals, headquartered in Scottsdale. Lumify delivers 24/7 cyber defense to help protect businesses from cyber attacks and keep them in the game. Learn more at LumifyCyber.com. Danny Surratt.
It's time now for our sideline report, sponsored by Fry's Food Stores. The cornerback competition level is fire hot. The fact that we saw Denzel Burke and Max Melton already start tonight tells that. And cornerbacks coach Zach Etheridge told me throughout these preseason games, he's really just looking for style of play. Smart, fast, and physical. And they can stand out by making those consistently and making big plays when they're there.
Speaking of big plays, on the money, Joe Milton downfield for a touchdown strike, a 53-yard touchdown pass to Jonathan Mingo, who got behind the Cardinals' pass defense. Mingo's been one of those standouts at Cowboys camp. He got a shout out from the head coach, Brian Schottenheimer, the other day.
You see Star Thomas on the outside. Joe Milton is just calm, cool, has too much time in the pocket, but Thomas gets beat from the jump and is unable to catch up.
Yeah, talking about the cornerbacks, you saw Keitrell Clark, Star Thomas, leaving Max Melton and Denzel Burke. And Joe Milton says, you know what? Let's test him from the get. Aubrey, extra point. It is good. And the Cowboys take a 2-touchdown lead. 53-yard surfaced air missile from Joe Milton to Jonathan Mingo.
So top of your screen, you're going to see this one-on-one operation. But I want you not just to pay attention to that. Just look at the pocket. There's going to be too much space. Ojulari's going to be able to get chipped there, but pocket's too much. And then top of the screen, you see right there, a little bit of a double move by Mingo on Thomas. It's hard to defend that double move when there's not enough pressure on the quarterback. So some of that is on Star Thomas, but you got to find a way to still affect the quarterback. The rush and coverage need to work together.
And of course, Starling Thomas coming off the season-ending knee injury, suffered in camp a year ago. Joe Milton, though, nice ball, deep ball from the backup quarterback. He's been known for arm strength, been known for athleticism, but the Cowboys talking about how much better his accuracy has been this offseason.
Yeah, they've talked about his arm strength even since his days in college, but it's not just arm strength, it's getting the ball on target, and that's what we're seeing, the improvement in accuracy becoming more of an all-around quarterback.
Zay Weaver, the kickoff return, gain 18, and here comes the Cardinals offense looking to get a drive put together.
Well, we said it earlier, it's going to be a tough test for Arizona offensively. Christian Parker is a defensive mastermind. I got a chance to chat with him on the field before the game, and he's from that Vic Fangio tree, so they do a lot of disguising, a lot of cover 8, cover 9. They'll show too high, and they'll bring a safety down late. So it's going to be a tough test for Arizona.
Cardinals with 8 total yards starting in this drive. Give it to Evan Hull. As a first-time play caller, defensive coordinator, Christian Parker. Does that give you pause?
No, it doesn't give me pause at all, because you listen to anyone talk about it, they talk about how smart he is. He was with Vic Fangio the last 2 years in Philly. He was with him before in Denver, so he's learned from the best. But he's also renamed some of the defenses to fit his own system, his own style, his own structure.
Minshew to the air, throws to the near sideline, put it down to Jalen Brooks. He does, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, usually when there's a new coaching staff, I listen to the players. What do the players say about the coach? And that's what I'm hearing. Go to Baltimore and Jesse Minter, who's talking about how much they love him. Even here, everyone loves Coach LaFleur. So I get excited about hearing players talk about their coaches, because they're the ones that are going to be honest.
Well, you saw Rabbit there leaving the field out of the blue medical tent and heading towards the locker room down the ramp. 3rd down and 1. Kiner is the back. Flag flies. He's churning his legs. He's stymied at the point of attack, but again, we have a flag as John Hussey, the referee, confers.
Offside. Defense. Nose guard was lined up in the neutral zone. That 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
Of course, that's the backup nose guard. They have Kenny Clark as their starting nose guard, the Dallas Cowboys. Big Trey Quinnen Williams, who got the big deal. And now Von Miller joins that front 7.
Yeah, that's an exciting front. Von Miller specifically, he got 9 sacks last year as a rotational player, but Quinnen Williams deserved every penny.
Play fake, setting up time. Now he's going to check down underneath. Quick Toriano bangs into 2 defenders into Cowboys territory. That'll be a gain of 9 on 1st down.
Yeah, if I'm Arizona right now, I'm turning up the tempo, because why? All you need is that first down. That's the reason. Get that first down, get a little bit more confidence. Love the decision by Gardner Minshew to check that ball down, but I love the play call by Mike LaFleur to try to take a shot early. Nothing was there on the back end, but I love the aggression that he's showing.
We're starting to get a lot of comments from Cardinals players, offense and defense, about this Mike LaFleur scheme, his play calling ability. As Minshew, play fake, naked boot, throws on the run, fair weather, and he has the 1st down and out of bounds on the far sideline. Speaking of quarterbacks, here's our rookie spotlight, sponsored by Hyundai, proud partner of the Arizona Cardinals. Carson Beck, who's improving, not playing tonight, but man, did he make an impression and create a buzz in the Hall of Fame game.
He played really, really well. I got a chance to chat with him on the field before this game, and yes, he's sad that he's not playing, but he did talk about the mental reps that he's able to get, learning from Jacoby Brissett, learning from Gardner Minshew, really important reps.
And here's Minshew, play fake. He's going to go downfield himself. Strike, back shoulder, Simi Fehoko. He's got it inside the 10. Is anybody having a better preseason?